What's going on, everyone? Welcome on back. It is Monday, June 9th. We have a 9-game Major League Baseball schedule on tap for today. Real quick, a recap of yesterday. We go 9-6 on our money line / spread picks. 9-6 on our over-unders. No parlay hit. Mediocre day. Bad reads on my part from yesterday. The Yankee game. Also the Washington Nationals Texas Rangers game. And finally, the Arizona Diamondbacks game. My brain was telling me, fade Zach Gallen. The numbers said something else. He didn't come through. But you guys already know the rules over here. We take the good with the bad. On to the next one. Miserable Mondays. 9 games on tap, though. Money to be made today. Guys, look for our play of the day today. The game I'm recommending to you more than any. Today we have one. Also, at the end of the video, our 4 parlay plays of the day. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, coming into this one, we got the Miami Marlins in Pittsburgh taking on the Pirates. Miami coming off of a series where they were in Tampa Bay. They won 1 out of 3 there. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, were at home hosting the Phillies in their last series. Won 2 out of 3, and that one won Paul Skeens Day yesterday as well. In this matchup today, Miami comes in with their young starting pitcher making his season debut, Perez. He actually hasn't pitched in the majors since 2023, I should say. This guy is a 6'8" right-handed starting pitcher. He throws the fastball 98 miles per hour. Actually, looking at his pitching arsenal, he throws 4 pitches. He throws his fastball 50% of the time. His slider another 30% of the time, his curveball, and then a changeup 10-10. All 4 pitches that the Pittsburgh Pirates handled very well. On top of him being a right-handed pitcher on limited, most likely limited innings here, the Pittsburgh bats are going to have the advantage in this matchup. Burrows on the mound for the Pirates in this game. His first 2 starts were rough. He allowed 4 in 4 innings. But in his last start, 5 scoreless against the Houston Astros at home. This matchup is still at home today for the Pirates. The Miami Marlins are the betting odds favorite, according to all the sports books. And with that being said, in this matchup today, we are playing the home dogs. Give me the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line. The game total is 8.5, and we're playing the under in this one. Under 8.5 total runs. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're playing 2 Pirates in this game. We're playing O'Neal Cruz as well as Gonzalez of the Pirates, both to have 2 total bases. Alright, on to the pitching props now. And we got Perez, like I said, making his season debut here. No line officially out on him. Burrows of the Pittsburgh Pirates, his line is at 3.5 strikeouts, and we're playing his over today. Over 3.5 Ks. Alright, next game up. We got the Cincinnati Reds in Cleveland taking on the Guardians. Cincinnati coming off of a very good series this weekend, sweeping the Diamondbacks. Cleveland at home lost their series to the Houston Astros. At home this season, the Cleveland Guardians are a better team. They're 18-13. The Cincinnati Reds have been mediocre on the road. They're 15-17 this season. In this matchup today, it is going to be a bullpen start for the Cincinnati Reds. They have the left-handed pitcher Mali on the mound. He'll probably go about 2 innings. Ortiz on the mound for the Cleveland Guardians, coming off of an excellent game in Yankee Stadium where he shut out the Yankees. Even the game before that, where he faced that Angels lineup who were red hot at the time, he only allowed 1 run. In this matchup today, Cleveland at home, we're playing them on the money line. The game total, 8.5, and we're playing the over 8.5 total runs. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, we're playing 3 batsmen in this game. Give me Benson of the Cincinnati Reds, as well as Ramirez and Santana of the Cleveland Guardians, all to have 2 total bases today. On to the pitching props now, and we're playing Ortiz. He's the only pitcher's line we have in this game. Ortiz of the Cleveland Guardians, we're playing his over 5.5 strikeouts today. Alright, on after that, this should be a very good series getting underway here. The Chicago Cubs in Philadelphia, starting up a series with the Phillies. In this matchup today, we have a very good pitching matchup. Boyd on the mound for the Cubs, left-handed pitcher, 5-3, 3.1 ERA. Faces Zach Wheeler, 6-2, 2.96 ERA. Zach Wheeler has missed his last 2 starts because of he just had a kid being born. But before that, he's coming off a very rough game against the Atlanta Braves. In this matchup today, Wheeler and Philadelphia Phillies at home, they are favored in this matchup. We like the Cubs, and we like the Cubs for 2 reasons. One, this Phillies offense has been terrible lately. Realmuto still is suffering from that leg injury. We still have Harper out. This lineup has gone completely cold. Also, Zach Wheeler's pitching arsenal. He's a 40% of the time fastball thrower, followed by his sinker and slider. 3 pitches this Chicago Cubs lineup is doing very well against. Then we actually look at the past performances from batters in this team, and they have hit Zach Wheeler very good. With all of that being said, the Philadelphia Phillies are the betting odds favorite at home in this matchup today, and we're playing the road dogs. Give me the Cubbies on the money line. The game total in this game, 7.5, and we're playing the over. As a matter of fact, out of any ballpark, according to Ballpark Pal, this game has the best runs to be scored highest runs to be scored out of any ballpark, weather determining. So we like the over in this matchup, over 7.5 total runs. On to the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're playing 2 Cubbies in this one. Give me Crow Armstrong as well as Carson Kelly, both to have 2 total bases. On to the pitching props now. We're playing Boyd of the Chicago Cubs to go over his line, over 5.5 strikeouts. Wheeler, we're playing his under in this game, under 6.5 Ks today. All right, moving along. We have an AL East matchup starting up here today. The Tampa Bay Rays in Boston taking on the Red Sox. Both of these teams won their series over the weekend, 2 out of 3 against their respected opponents. Coming into this game, coming off of Sunday Night Baseball, the Red Sox have Bello on the mount, Baz on the mount for the Rays. Immediate pitching advantage for the Tampa Bay Rays, in my opinion, in this matchup. But we're going to take a little caveat. It's an important caveat coming into this game. The Red Sox enter this one 32-35 record. The Tampa Bay Rays come into this one with a 35-30 record, tied for second place with the Toronto Blue Jays with an identical record in this coming into this one. The Red Sox, 3 games below. Since Alex Bregman has gone down, this offense has crumbled. This team has looked mediocre since he's gone down. Facing teams above 500 with a 500 record or better, this team is 17-20. So if they've been struggling facing winning teams, whereas this Tampa Bay's team against teams with a 500 or better record, they're 19-16. So if you're the Red Sox coming into this series, you do not want to make more space, allow a bigger gap to be created. I do believe the Red Sox will take this series very serious. With all of that being said, I'm going to contradict myself. Boston is favored at home in this matchup today, and we're playing the road dogs. Give me the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line. Bello, the right-handed pitcher for the Red Sox, is a sinker thrower. And this Tampa Bay team is excellent at hitting the sinker as well as the slider, which is his other second pitch that he throws. Tampa Bay advantage in the pitching on the mound and against his pitching arsenal. So Tampa Bay on the money line will be our play here today. The game total is 9 and we're playing the under. The complete opposite of the Philly stadium. The Phillies having the best hitting ballpark according to the weather today. Boston, the complete opposite. They're at the bottom. They have the lowest projected run output just based on the weather. And we also like the under in this one. Under 9 total runs. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're playing 2 Rays in this game. Give me Josh Lowe as well as Arenado. Both to have 2 total in this one. On to the pitching props now. Baz of the Rays, we're taking his over today. We're him going over his line of 5.5 strikeouts. Bello, we're playing his under 4.5 Ks. All right, on after that, guys, this will be our play of the day, our game of the day, the one game I'm recommending to you more than any. We have the Atlanta Braves in Milwaukee starting up a series with the Brewers here today. Atlanta coming off of a terrible series where they just got swept in San Francisco by the Giants. Milwaukee coming off of a bad series against the Padres. In this one today, with Sale on the mound for the Braves, they got their ace on the mound. Savell on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers, a young pitcher that is still trying to catch his footing here in the majors. We're playing the Braves on the money line. The game total is 7.5, and we're playing the over in this one. Over 7.5 total runs. Of course, you guys know the Milwaukee Brewers play in a dome, so there is no weather to affect the outcome of this game. Straight based on the pitching, and we like the over. Over 7.5 total runs. On to the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're playing 3 batsmen in this game. We're taking Olsen, as well as Riley of the Atlanta Braves. And we're playing Cheerios of the Milwaukee Brewers. All 3 batsmen to have 2 total bases. On to the pitching props now. Sale of the Atlanta Braves, we're playing his over 7.5 strikeouts. Savell, we're playing his under today, under 4.5 strikeouts. All right, on after that, we got the Toronto Jays in St. Louis taking on the Cards. It's a battle of the birds in this one. St. Louis coming off a very good series where they won 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. Toronto the same. 2 out of 3 they won against the Minnesota Twins. This Toronto Blue Jays team, this is going to sound a bit random, is the biggest anomaly in the majors this season. Coming into this game, this team has scored 276 runs while allowing 277 runs total. So coming into this game, they've allowed 1 more run than they've scored total. And this team is 5 games above 500. To put this, to give you a better example, the Red Sox, who we were just talking about, have scored 330 runs, have allowed 313 runs, but they've still scored 15 more runs than they have allowed, and this team is 3 games below 500. And there's tons of teams throughout the majors with the same situation. It's only the Toronto Blue Jays that are above 500, 5 games above 500, despite allowing a run more than they've scored. With all of that rambling I just did, St. Louis is a top 5 home team this season. We saw what they just did against the Dodgers. I've been saying it all years. Toronto is favored in this matchup. Coming into this one, they have been red hot. They're probably one of the hottest teams in baseball. That is not going to sway us. We're playing the home dogs. Give me the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line. The game total, 8.5. We're playing the under in this game today. Under 8.5 total runs. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're playing 2 Cardinals in this game. We're playing Contreras as well as Donovan, both to have 2 total. On to the pitching props now. Berrios on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays. Sinker ball thrower. This St. Louis Cardinals team is still one of the lower strikeouts team in the majors. We're playing Berrios' under 4.5 strikeouts. We're also playing Plenty's under. No team strikes out less than the Toronto Blue Jays in the majors. Pallante is not a strikeout pitcher. We're also taking his under 3.5 strikeouts as well. On after that, we have an AL West matchup starting up here. The Athletics in Los Angeles taking on the Angels. Springs is the listed starting pitcher. Lefty Springs for the Athletics is the listed official pitcher, but we have no line on him, and he's not officially confirmed as of yet, but they're projecting him to be the starting pitcher. Kikuchi on the mound for the Angels. He's been decent this season. His record does not look that, but he has been decent in this matchup today. With the Angels at home, we're playing them on the money line. The game total, 9, and we're playing the over in this one today. Over 9 total runs. For the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're playing 3 batsmen in this game. Give me Brent Rooker of the Athletics, as well as Ohapi and Mike Trout of the Angels. All three batsmen to have 2 total in this one. On to the pitching props now, and we only have one starting pitcher's line, that being Kikuchi of the Angels, and we're playing him to go over his line today, over 5.5 strikeouts. On after that, we have the Seattle Mariners in Arizona taking on the D-backs. These are two teams that have been spiraling lately, trying to catch themselves again. Arizona going back home, this should be better for them. They've been struggling on the road. They've been struggling lately in general, but on the road even more. Going back home today, Kelly on the mount for them. In this matchup today, we like the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line. The game total is 9, and we're playing the over in this one, over 9 total runs. On to the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're taking 3 batsmen in this game. Give me Cal Raleigh, as well as Pavin Smith and Corbin Carroll. All 3 batsmen to have 2 total bases in this game. On to the pitching props now. We are playing Hancock to go over his line. It's set very low at 2.5 strikeouts, and we're playing his over. Kelly of the Arizona Diamondbacks, we're playing his over 5.5 Ks today. Alrighty, final game of the day will be the most important series getting underway here today. The Los Angeles Dodgers in San Diego, starting up a series with the Padres. AL West implications here. San Diego only 4 games behind the Dodgers for that lead. Pivetta on the mount for the Padres. Dustin May on the mount for the Dodgers. Leaning the pitching advantage automatically to Pivetta in the Padres, even though Dustin May has had some good starts this season. In this matchup today, we do like the Dodgers on the money line. The game total is 8, and we're playing the over in this one. Over 8 total runs. Before I get into the hitting props and the player props, let me just tell you why when I pick like a play of the day, the determining factors, and why I'm not picking this game to be a game of the day candidate. 2 big factors in a game going completely haywire are bad bullpens and inconsistent offenses. And that's what we have in this game. We have a bad bullpen in the Dodgers bullpen. I get it, the last week they have looked better. And then we have a very inconsistent San Diego Padres offense. They could come out one game and hit up your ace, and then the next game get blanked by someone making their season debut. 2 factors that are too wonky, too haywire for us to rely on. So even though I like this game, those 2 factors are too big for me to play it and say, hey guys, this is my most confident play of the day. With all of that being said, let's jump back into our player props. We're playing 3 batsmen in this game. All 3 batsmen are of the Dodgers. We're playing Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, and Freddie Freeman, all 3 to have 2 total bases. On to the pitching props now. We're taking both starting pitchers to go under their lines in this game. Dustin May, under 4.5 strikeouts. Pivetta, under 5.5 Ks today. Alright guys, before we get up out of here, our 4 parlay plays of the day. We start off with a 5-leg parlay. We're starting off with the Cincinnati Reds, Cleveland Guardians game total to go over 8.5. The Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line. The Chicago Cubs, Philadelphia Phillies game total to go over 7.5. The Tampa Bay Rays, Boston Red Sox game total to go under 9. And finally, the Atlanta Braves on the money line. All 5 legs, $5 bet, pays $90. Very good odds on this play here. On after that, this will be a 6-leg game parlay. We're starting off with the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line, as well as the game total to go under 8.5. The Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line, as well as the game total to go over 9 total runs. And then we follow it up with the Angels on the money line, and finally the Dodgers on the money line. All 6 legs, $5 parlay pays $95. On after that, this will be our 2 home run parlays. Our first one, Ramirez of the Cleveland Guardians, O'Neal Cruz of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Crow Armstrong of the Chicago Cubs, and Kyle Schwarber of the Philadelphia Phillies. All 4 batsmen, dollar parlay, pays $160. On after that, this will be our second home run parlay play of the day. We're starting off with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays, Kyle Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners, and we follow it up with Mike Trout and Brent Rooker of the Athletics. All 4 gentlemen, dollar parlay, pays $122. Once again, guys, I want to say thank you to everyone. I have respect for everyone. I hope we all can make some money. Be safe out there today, guys, and I'm going to catch you guys on the next one.